everybody to the cricket show, Cricket Happenings with your host Ram. Well, firstly, as you know, I did a preview yesterday about the India-Australia ODI series, and both the teams were very strong. But what happened today was something that India would like to forget, because the Indians were steamrollered by the Australian opener and captain Warner Finch and David Warner, who put on a record partnership. And this is the highest ever partnership by any opposition against India. And this was, they had to score 256 to win the match. And they completed the victory, the score line being 258 for none in 37.4 overs, with David Warner not out on 128 of 112, that was 17 fours and 3 sixes. Our own Finch was not out on 110 of 114 deliveries and with 13 fours and 2 sixes, and the man of the match going to David Warner. But one thing, I'm going to just do a sort of a bit of a summary and look at sort of a bit of an analysis of this particular match, which happened. Now, the first thing was that the initiative was with Australia, because Australians won the toss, and they knew one thing that they knew is that the dew factor would come into the equation later, and the pitch would become much slower to play. So basically, I have to say that that this particular thing was it was a good thing to win the toss, and the Aussies very rightly inserted the Indians in at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. Now, India, if you look at the card there, they kept on losing wickets at regular intervals. Rohit Sharma was consumed early. And as I said yesterday, that if the top order of India was going to cave, then regular intervals. Rohit Sharma was out for 10 or 15 deliveries with 2 boundaries. Stark actually getting his wicket. So that was a big wicket of Rohit Sharma. After that, Shikhar Dhawan and KL Rahul were the one who steadied the ship. Shikhar Dhawan started off a bit slowly, but gathered in confidence. But Rahul was the one who was looking more confident as the runs started to come by, and things started settling down after India lost Rohit Sharma with the score on 13, as 121 runs were added to the good by this pair. But in doing so, 27 overs were already consumed. So basically 22 overs. And Shikhar Dhawan was the highest scorer with 74 of 91 deliveries with 9 fours and 1 6. KL Rahul definitely did a good job. We have seen that Adam Zampa, if you look at the records, Adam Zampa has always won the battle against Virat Kohli. And today, too, it was such a scenario. What a start. Kohli actually swamped him for a 6. And the very next delivery, Kohli was a goner as he tried to try one too many, tried to loft the ball over the bowler's head. But Adam Zampa stretching his hands together and taking the catch overhead, which was good to see. And Virat Kohli was walking to the pavilion. So that was a big disappointment for India, as Virat Kohli left the scene after making just 16 runs of 14 deliveries, which included a 6. Now, as I said, the top had been wiped out, and now it was a testing time for the inexperienced middle order, and definitely it was very tough for them. Shreyas Iyer was tested by Mitchell Starc, and then finally Shreyas Iyer fell a victim as Starc 64 for 5 in the 33rd over. Pant contributed 32, 2 fours and 1 6. Shardul Thakur could not do it pretty quickly, and India, I have to say, at 55 figures, 3 for 56. 10 overs, no mid 3. It was costly, but now this took 3 wickets. Cummins 10 overs, 244. Kane Richardson 9.1 overs, 243. 1 for 53 for Zampa, the very important wicket that of the Indian captain Virat Kohli, which was a turning point according to me. Ashton Agar 10 overs on minimum for 56. And one thing that I have to say, that the Indians really looked ill at ease. I think the Aussies totally outplayed India in that particular period. And 255 all out, as I said, was never enough against an Aussies team, which was definitely playing with confidence. So I think it's a good start for Australia. They bowled out India for 255, and then, well, what to talk about the way they actually pummeled the Indian bowlers. I mean, Finch absolutely gave no chances for the Indian bowlers. No bowler could actually make an impression on the the marauding pair of David Warner and Warner Finch. As I have to say that the Australians steamrollered India. The Australian openers, Finch and Warner, steamrollered India to have a 10-wicket victory. David Warner, I already told you, both of them hitting centuries, and what a... And as I said, 258 for none. India not able to pick up a single wicket, and that really raises a question. Yes, one can understand that the pitch definitely started becoming easy. One can understand every part of it, but one thing has to say, with this quality Indian bowling attack, which consisted of Jasprit Bumrah, who definitely would have been a bit rusty after coming back, and he's bowling to quality opposition here. 7 was done for 50, and I'm sure he will come back batsman, as he does not have much of a pace. 5 was done for 43. The spinners were ineffective. 10 was done for 55 for Kuldeep Yadav. Ravindra Jadeja 8 was no made, done for 41. So India definitely have a lot to do here, no doubt about it. They have to really work hard to get ready for the second one day, which is coming up. As Australia, as I said, it was a capital performance from the Aussies, and one would have never thought that the first one-day international would have ended in such a manner where the Aussies had complete domination over India in the batting department, bowling department, and the fielding department. And when they definitely had done a lot of homework on the Indians, I suppose. KL Rahul's favorite drive shot through the offside was plugged by Warner Finch very pretty early by putting 2 people in that area, which was good to see. And he also was ringing in the bowling changes at the right moments. So one has to credit Warner Finch for his wonderful captaincy as well. But I have to say, this was a very good victory by the Aussies. And I think the Aussies have definitely started off on an extremely right note here. No doubt about it. And well, other than that, there's nothing to really say. I think the Aussies totally outplayed India in all the departments of the game. The only thing for me would be to say that this was not a performance that would have been expected from India. As I said, the quality bowling, we had some quality batting as well, but definitely, as I said, the Indians have been totally outplayed in all departments of the game by the Aussies, and definitely true credit to the Aussies for doing so. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I'm not going to take any more of your time. I just wanted to come and just do a very short talk on this. Yes, I'll definitely be posting it on Twitter, on my cricket website. You can always go on to my Twitter, look at my cricket tweets. If at all I get time, I would definitely post some cricket tweets as well. You can always keep looking at my cricket Twitter and also my cricket website, cricket -status.com. I can go there and look at my website as well. Well, dear fans, subscribers, pleasure talking to you today on this cricket show from Host Ram Studios. Thank you.